Is this working? This better be working. If it's not working, I don't know if it's not working. What's up, people? How y'all doing? We're here. We're live. We're happening. We're doing a show because we didn't do last night. So we're doing a night. And I'm very seriously considering switching from nights. Sorry if that affects you guys, but I really am, because it's kind of driving me a little bit bonkers thinking about how these go over with people. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you guys like. I don't know how the rest of the world sees it. Okay, so I'm kind of trying to. I did that wrong, didn't I? It's not planes, it's flight. I'm an idiot. But anyway, we're here. We're live, and I realize again that the tail end of that shit is probably pretty bad for you. So I may not do it anymore. I don't know. Because late night, if I do a night, it's not even that late on a Wednesday or something like that, and you see the show, you're not seeing the show in such a way that would be, what the hell? You're not seeing the show in such a way that would be live or something. You know what I mean? Like, it just wouldn't be here. So I'm thinking, like, I'd probably try to do it earlier in the day, or just keep recording them, and live shows would be a little bit more kind of weird. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I'm sorry, a little rambling, because I'm lost in thought. I'm lost in thought, and that's what we got. Paper Flight and more going on today, guys. So we're here. How y'all doing? Sorry I didn't come in last night. I honestly kind of had planned on coming in tonight, so I felt like, hell, I don't know what I felt like. I just knew I wasn't going to do it like twice. So, yeah, I'm doing it now like this. Oh, that's how I do it. Oh, okay. I'm a stupid head. It's episode. Yeah. Anyway, we're changing it on the fly here. So, like, anybody get out there and do anything funky? Do anything good? Nothing? Like I expected an answer. I don't know. I just did that to do it. Yeah, I like was going to go over like some of the weekly things, but I didn't really want to go over the weekly things because like this is the weekly show, so there's really no point of doing that. Like you know what the deal is. Just go out there and watch some stuff. But this is Paper Flight and more. So what does that mean? What does that mean? That means we're not concentrating too much on the nitty and the gritty, but we're doing the bitty. So yeah. I brought out like I have a couple planes here. I have a couple planes that I don't usually bring out. Don't get much love, so I was thinking about bringing them out in a way, and I'm going to transition you to something here. It's like, ooh, that's just wild, man. Whoa. But one thing I don't know if you guys notice about me and us and a bunch of the members, but we're pretty big Godzilla fans. Yeah, so, yeah. So the plane I'm featuring here is Quill. And Quill, how about Quill? Quill don't get no love. Quill, y'all, hardly any of y'all know Quill at all, because Quill just doesn't, like, do it. You know what I mean? Like, you don't hear or see Quill too often. So I brought him out there, and he's being attacked by 4 of my monsters. Because, yes, Godzilla's a pretty big part of what's going on there. That's my boy. That's my boy. Rawr. Yeah. I had to do this because I got a little request, like a little back and forth there, because I get all the inside of, like, well, I don't get all the inside of it, but I try to keep up with every inside piece of news and everything like that. And like, you know how you felt like an intelligent kid when you knew stuff back when you was a kid, and now you don't feel intelligent no more because the internet age made everybody armchair experts about everything they like? God, I hate that crap. Back when it actually took a library and a newspaper to learn shit, now there's just a click and a touch away, So, yeah, it's not really that grandiose anymore. But anyway, So yeah, Quill's my Hatro trainer. And it can in a pinch it can work as an interceptor, and sometimes, as I've written on the magazine before, the e-zine, that like yes, it has done my intercept roles and taken over the intercept stuff from time to time. But got to get his jaws open. We get yeah. I'm sure I'm like the Destroyer is kind of cool. It just this is Godzilla from Godzilla Destroyer, and he got some glowivity. Yeah, so yeah, I got a bunch of figures. Um, I got a bunch of Godzilla figures because yeah, Godzilla's my boy, so I kind of have to. It's just the way things are, people. It's the way things are. Get with the program. I haven't named a plane that yet, and probably won't because I really don't feel anything will do him justice or honor him properly, so I just don't do it. So there. But anyway, yeah. So I got some representatives from quite a few factions. This is the 1954 Godzilla. This is 2003 Godzilla. This is the 1995 Godzilla, and this is 2016 Godzilla. That's Shin right there. Yeah, Shin was awesome. I yeah, I enjoyed. I don't know. I'm not like one of the legendaries. Are all right. I mean, they're good. They're good. I appreciate them for opening them up to a whole world of fans. I just don't like the fanboyism. That's like, oh, there's that. I mean, I kind of get it. I don't really want to blame the fanboys too much because, I mean, Godzilla. Godzilla did not start out as cheese, but ended up as cheese because it's a guy in a suit. I mean, it had a very serious motive, like reasoning and motive and stuff like that, and like it's considered a horror film when it first came out for its reasoning and the like. So kind of like Quill gets no love, and all the sequels. I mean, I haven't built too many Quills, so there's been a ton of Godzilla movies. A ton of Godzilla movies. All the fanboys is like, well, I like the original and then I like the legendaries. And that's pretty much it. And sometimes I feel like, God, you people are such fucking players. Like, you're fakers, man. You just, I don't think you like, yeah, it's just computer or nothing and all that bullshit. But, that being said, I do appreciate the new fans it's brought to the table. I don't like his look as much as the originals. But then what I also was thinking of is like I understand where people come from because like Godzilla in his what is known as the Showa era, mostly from the original all the way up to like 1984, he really got cheesy because he was, defender of the earth and all that crap. And like, I don't go for that. I mean, like, I don't know how anybody that like actually likes when they do a like they go for like the movie, I suppose. And it gets deep because I don't understand how the hell like you can say you like the original and then you like even the fanboys are like I like the original, I like the legendaries. They're nothing alike. They're absolutely nothing alike. They're like the first one is about the horrors of radiation poisoning and the destruction and everything, and like he can't be stopped. It takes some miracle drug cure weapon to kill him because he's basically a force of nature. And every other movie got away from that, except for like three others. And those are the movies that I enjoy because I enjoy him at his pure horrorist self. Like he's rant exactly. That's why it's a PF and M. I did this on purpose. Dalton asked, I'm doing it, so I'm getting into it because like I can. What's up, big guy? You doing all right? You had a surgery yet? You getting with us, man? You getting with us? We miss you, bro. We miss you. Yeah. Anyway, so like, yeah, the original was the cool, and then like a couple of the others, and I like, and more, exactly, and more. But I'm talking Quill, so I brought Quill out because I never, ever, ever, never bring Quill out. That's what I did that on purpose. I'm enjoy it with a cadre of my guys here, who's like stomping the crap out of Quill, and then they're all. I can't really bring Shin out too well because this is a SH Monster Art Shin, so he's kind of big. He kind of takes up a lot of the area. So Shin actually, spends the time. This one's extremely heavy. Looks pretty good though. He's very articulate. Um, Very heavy, especially consider the original. This is a Bondi, so it's like he doesn't weigh nothing, and this thing is like a ton. You can probably tell if you can hear it. You can tell by the sound. He's a big dude, and Destroy is the same way. But then, so like this is the one. This is the one from GMK 2002-3. This is from 54 again. Shin's from 16, and Destroy is from 95, which is probably one of my favorite movies. That shit's ridiculous, man. They're like snaking their way out of that shit. Man, you need to get the hookups so you can get out there and fly again. We can get out there and build again, man. Come on, man. Go get some builds, man. I'm gonna tell these people right now, actually, we are not doing a build until my boy gets fixed. Dalton's getting up, and Mark needs to get himself fixed up. And once he gets fixed up, I'm doing the build videos. But not until, I don't know, I might not wait. I'm trying to wait for you guys in honor of you guys, but if you ain't going to get on there, produce some major-ass videos here. Anywho, so yeah, Quill gets no love. Quill's coming out here. I mean, notice I'm kind of melding the rants here between the two of them, so. But yeah, like, anyway, the newer movies, I love how everybody talks about the human drama and all this human drama, like, you really go into a movie called Godzilla knowing it's got a monster in it looking for human shit? Y'all need to just get the fuck out. I hate people that do that crap, man. There's only a billion other movies out there that deal with human drama. I'm not going to something titled Godzilla looking to see what the humans do. Man, when I get the disc, I usually fast forward through that crap. Oh, man. I feel for you, bro. You had to be going to look for these houses and selling these houses in a market that just sucks ass. Bet you wish you had your 3% finance rate that you had on this house back, because you looking at a 7 now, buddy. Must be nice paying most of the time on interest as opposed to actual house them. Yeah, I don't know. I think people fool. I mean, this market will crash. So stick with it. You'll be all right. So anyway. So yeah, like, man, people do human drama. It's not humanzilla. It's like, you want to go see a cop movie? Go see a cop movie. Go see any other movie that's not titled Godzilla except for Mothra, Rodan, and King Kong. It's like you got a handful of these movies on the one hand dealing with monsters, and then every other movie ever made that has human drama. And you bitching about human drama. So stupid. Stupid. I could literally cut out the hour and 25 minutes of human shit just to leave the 30 minutes of monster action. Yeah, you're going to have to wait it out a little bit. You mean you're looking at a 4555? How are you going to get it that low? What, are you going to fuck the system? The system's going to fuck you, boy. Don't even give me that crap. We know what it is. Looking at like a 6.5. I mean, and besides that, even still, if I was you, I'd wait on the prices. Because the prices will crash. The interest rate will come down just slower. I mean, if and at all, you're looking at a house. And, of course, you can't rent because rents are ridiculous. Not that much lower. And you back in Florida. King of the interest rates. I mean, only like New York and Florida California have worse interest rates than you across the board in the nation. Welcome to the real world. I don't envy your position, my friend. I really don't. I mean, you'd have been better off going to like Oregon or something like that. I'd say somewhere in New England, but they all up in price. It's kind of bad. Yeah, they could run it. Yeah, of course they could run it. What do you mean you talk with the builders? If you ain't looking, why you talk with the builders? Shit's gonna change by the time you do it anyway. That don't make no sense. And builders, seriously? They don't know. They don't have a good Google Moogle of what's going on. You talk with the real estate offices. Builders don't fucking know shit. I know firsthand. I am a builder. I don't build. I mean, actually, we frame some houses now, but I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like the dudes that we work with, stuff like that. They don't know. They give you a ballpark, and it's like a candlestick park ballpark. Pretty big. I again wouldn't believe that. I believe that as much as I believe that there's a hurricane going to hit you tomorrow. Well, let me check that weather. Yeah, that's pretty silly. So they don't even know they don't even know they own ass from a hole in the ground. Okay, yeah, that shit ain't gonna happen, bro. I mean, you could build a fairy tale around it, but it ain't gonna happen. I mean, where in any market, especially in Florida, gonna have one that high? That's still high, but I mean that low. I mean, I don't know. I can't even refinance under six. I could get a 6.1. It's close. There was a time like 6 months ago I could have been at 5.75 when the market was at six. But shit, didn't you sell cars? Didn't you and I sell cars and you sold insurance, right? You know damn well the source is like going to give you like, dude, don't play amateuristic with me. Like really, like dude, you know damn well that they're gonna say that shit, and it's like getting a credit card from your own bank. They're gonna have the worst shit, or they tell you the worst story, one or the other. Just I'm just worried about you. Just don't you know what I mean. Just don't get caught up. You're doing the right thing. You waiting, so I ain't too worried about you. Actually, I'm more worried about your health, bro. Get that goddamn surgery. Put it to him, man. Put the screws to him. Just tell him like, look, you need to work on me. So I'm tired of this pain shit. Right? That's right, bro. That's right. See it in writing. Fuck yeah. Anyway. Look. So, yeah. So, yeah, monsters. Go watch the movie. Fuck the humans. I don't really give a shit about the humans. I could put all my Godzilla movies together and just see the monster act. I'd still watch that over any human bullshit. You need a 45-minute monster movie with about 8 minutes of people narrating, because monsters don't talk unless you watch the really stupid Godzilla movie. And again, that's why I don't blame fanboys. But monsters don't talk, so you need humans to narrate. But after narration, y'all need to shut the fuck up and get off my screen. I don't care about what you do. I'm here to watch some giant monsters attack. If I want to watch somebody lethal weapon, Knight Rider car, and the perks of being a wallflower and all that jazz shit, I'd watch that. I mean, like I said, it's a billion other movies out there about human drama. God, I hate people sometimes. Anyway, so yeah, so what Dalton K was asking me about was, what's the big deal about Destroyer? People are talking Destroyer up and stuff like that, and legendary fanboys are just fangasming all over the fact that they're like, what's this monster they're hiding from us? What are we gonna see and whatever? And like, please try to remember now that Godzilla, like, okay, Toho gave them the rights so they can make their 4 movies, and they're on extended play right now because they're trying to get Kong to take over. You're going to get Kong. You're not going to get Toho stuff. There will be no Destroyer. There will not be another monster. There may be a likeness, but there will not be another monster from the Toho stables. So you can just get that fangasm out your hand. That's pretty cool, dude. They're all talking like they're going to see it, and it's not going to happen. Don was saying, like, is that the big deal with it? Well, yes, Destroyer was, yeah, he's pretty big. The 2 big ones that everybody always talks about is Destroyer and Biollante, however you want to pronounce it, the plant. By sheer mass, Biollante is definitely the biggest opponent he's ever had. Destroyer is a close second. Well, I shouldn't say close second, but second. Just really heavy, really big, can fly. No, actually that's not, because there's hardly any scratching going on. He doesn't even drag his feet, so you can't even have toenails across there. So the scratch don't happen. There you go. That's better. Crunch. Yeah. That's like hey, let me give you a rundown. Let me give you a rundown of wait, hold on. I'm typing this. Hold up. Bear with me. There you go. That's a rundown of the Star Wars movies right there. Oh yeah, and some drunk muppet who can't talk right. I saw your laser sword. Yeah, whatever. Everybody's got their fanboyism. Just strikes me that mine's like, what's the one about the Lord of the Rings? Like it's a bunch of fucking midgets walking. Oh my god. Oh yeah. Geoff? Hey dude, we gotta play the game. Remember Geoff? Do you remember that shit? That's beyond red sparkly stuff. I know you remember that shit, right? Remember Geoff? And what were some of the others? Sergey? Dude, we gotta get back to that shit, man. Oh my god, dude, I was having a blast the other like last month. Sometime I was playing. I was like, dude, me and Mark got to hook back up so we could play Geoff against Sergey and stuff like that back in the jungles, dude. Oh my god, when's the last time we did that one? I know you remember you and me remember red sparkly stuff. We remember like blowing each other up at the side of the wall with a bazooka. But the Geoff, that was a little bit more advanced for us, wasn't it? Yeah, dude. We got to do that shit, bro. We're going to have to have a whole new channel for that crap. I know people are going to want to see red sparkly stuff. And I shouldn't be saying it because that's our patented title right there. But yeah. Yeah. So anyway, what he was talking about was like, he was saying like, so what's the big deal with Destroyer? First of all, again, fanboy rumors. He's not going to show up in any American, like, get that shit out of your head. Toho does not have, has not let any Hollywood land dudes have rights to any of the more monsters. This should be it. So just get that out your head. And of course, fanboys being fanboys, you can always see a whole bunch of crap that's like produced and stuff like that, but it won't be real. It's not the real deal. Will Toho do that? I don't know. I really don't think so. I don't think we'll ever see any of the original monsters back. We might see the traditional monsters back. We might see like Rodan, might see Mothra, perchance Mechagodzilla, but I don't think so. Because I think they're like, in case you hadn't noticed, especially between the last two and then letting Legendary run with it, I think they're just kind of trying to transition away from this stuff. It's all somber, and it's all good for people like me that want to see him a force of nature. You can't destroy him. He's hard to destroy and stuff like that. Like, you need to just get out of his way. I want to see more horror aspect of it. I'm really sick and tired of these freaking movies where he's like the defender. You want the defender of Earth, you get Gamera. You get Kong, you get Mothra. That's it. Don't ask Godzilla to do it. He'd just as soon as burn your ass to the ground to stop you flat before he do that. That's not what he was made for. I can't stand that garbage, man. That's why I don't get those as much. And I really don't get with the way, like, see, that's the one thing, like, I don't really bring this up. And Dalton, I know you're probably listening or you're going to listen to this. And, like, obviously, you know and I know the movies are cool. The Legendary movies are cool. The Monsterverse is cool. I'm not shading on them or anything like that. But, however, for me, being the longtime fan that I am, I fail to understand how you're going to put Godzilla in that kind of role, or you're making it seem like he's the kind of role where he's the defender, and yet you're giving Kong that outright. You know what he's doing. So why are you giving us two of them like that? I always understood why Japan always was in awe of Kong. It's why they made Godzilla, and that's why Kong won. But it's like he is smarter, but dude, you want a defender, he's going to be the one, because Godzilla is just supposed to be a mindless, I'm gonna kill you, get out the way, unless you get out the way. So that's how I appreciate what he does. That's what I want him to be. I don't want him to be this like, oh, Godzilla will save us. So fuck you, man. Yeah, he'll save you because he'll kill you. So anyway, so you're not going to see Destroyer. And Destroyer, like, to really get into, like, what Dalton was saying, though, was like, yeah, Destroyer was his second biggest opponent. And Destroyer, he didn't really defeat him. But because he had a way of splitting himself up, he definitely... The big thing about what was going on there was, could Godzilla have beat him had he not been in meltdown mode? And I hate the way Legendary did what they did with King of the Monsters because all the fanboys go, Meltdown Godzilla. Meltdown Godzilla was Meltdown Godzilla long before you thought Meltdown Godzilla was Meltdown Godzilla. Meltdown Godzilla happened in 94. It didn't happen in 2014, you dumbass. It's not even then, but that's not my point. It was 20 fucking years before that when he really actually did melt down. So some of y'all are appropriately calling Burning Godzilla. That's fine. Do that. I find it funny they call it Easter eggs when it's quite obvious what's happening. It's not even hidden. But anyway, yeah, Meltdown Godzilla in Destroyer, when he was truly melting down, he looked like this. He was glowing. He was hot because he was in the process of dying. And a great debate amongst all of us who've been watching it for that long to realize, and if you've seen the movie, you know, you could question, like, could he have beat Destroyer if he was normal? If he wasn't in meltdown mode, could he have done it? And that's why everybody would be like, I'd like to see it happen again. But I'd like to see it happen against a regular Godzilla. Because Destroyer might have won. He was definitely, you know, like, he's heavier, he's bigger, he could fly, he could break up into little ones. And with that oxygen nader or whatever, it basically, it did real harm. I'm sorry, I gotta watch it because I'm. Oh, what? Okay. What happened? Laptop die? Or less conspicuous? Hey, what time? Speaking of which, if we really do get back to the show, what night are you going to want to do a show? Do you want to stick to Wednesdays? Or do you want to change it up? Or do you want to record? Or something like that? Because, again, that's why I was starting off with this one. I was wondering about, like, how should we go about, like, I was wondering if this was too late. I mean, like, a Wednesday night show for us is basically like a Thursday morning show for the rest of the world. You know what I mean? Seriously, you know, International Dateline, just off the West Coast. It's like, we're the last for everything. America's the last for everything. And if you were in Alaska, you definitely the last of everything. So I was thinking about, like, maybe not doing that. I don't know. But anywho, so, yeah, that's why people, like, want to see the Destroyer. I mean, personally, it doesn't really, the versus matchups are okay. Like I said, I'd rather just see what, I think we're in the greatest Toho era ever. I think having multiple directors and producers and sci-fi guys taking a hold of him and just give me 20 reboots of the exact same movie. Seriously, I can handle it. I love that because you're sticking to the original. You're sticking to, it's not him versus anybody. It's him being a semi-malevolent force of nature that's just crushing everything in his way, and you can't stop him. It just takes some ingenuitive single thing to stop him. I want them to revisit that as many times as they want. Don't bring any other monsters in it, because that's just when it gets stupid. Well, yeah, and you were talking about, you're right. And I had geared up, or I've still got it geared up, but I remember, like, you talked about it before you left this time, which is worse than COVID. But yeah, like, so we could do, like you were saying, you know, we record a back-to-back show. They don't know, but we know. And it was like, hey, today's show, which is like the third one we record. Yeah, no, I got you. But like, and that's what I said. I've got it prepared so that we've got, I've got like other shows that, like, you know, it doesn't really matter. We can have them recorded and it really won't matter. You know, we just have a live show here and there. But I mean, like, obviously builds, I mean, we could do a live show, but we could do builds. And if people make a comment like, I couldn't follow this, how did you do this? And then we can go live and talk them through it. Or like something like this, where you got a rant about Godzilla or finances or tanks or food or Coke comes in a glass bottle, but it's made out of HFC, you know, shit like that. So anyway, yeah, that's what I mean. So yeah, I mean, I kind of actually got it to the point where this could almost be the only live show. Obviously, anything like the news shows, IVPAC, Inside IVPAC, or Paper Tips, another new show, or just any of the how to builds. None of that has to be live. The only thing that would have to be live is basically this one. Remember? And I don't know. Do you remember? I talked about that. I said, like, this is where we could go. This would be it. Like, Live would be, yeah. There's really only need to like have the occasional live show, especially with recording, because to you and me and whoever's involved, Dalton, anybody, Ben comes in, it's live then. And I mean, like, if you leave comments, we'll know. Or you be in on the live show and just say, we will have to hype the live show if it's just the one show that is live. Like, make sure you catch it. We'll be here. It could turn into some marathon session. It could be like a vlog, or, you know what I'm saying? But hell, we could turn it into that. But, we could stream for a while and then make sure, like, hey, make sure you catch our other shows. And if you need us to go live, we will. But for the most part, there's one live and the rest are recorded. So, yeah, I mean, you remember, that's how we were setting it up. I think we should go with that. Ain't got a problem with that. Because, again, to anybody recording, it's live anyway. Doesn't matter. So, yeah. And, yeah, Dalton, like, you and everybody else listening, I think that's what they're getting at. It's like, everybody wants to see that. Because the big debate is, could you beat Destroyer? See me switching back? Brother, I hope you do. I hope it doesn't. So I hope you do, and I hope we can get some action going. It would be nice. You didn't believe how much psyched you got me for that damn tournament you want to do, and I'm like so looking forward to that. Seriously, remember like one of the last things, and if you've watched any of my shows, like some of them I talked about, I should make my own. I seriously considered doing my own tournament for some of the ones that I was like trying to transition into and out of. So, especially with the newer aircraft. So, especially because of what I was trying to accomplish. So, who knows? We'll see. We'll see indeed, because if I still have this job in fucking summertime, I'm going to be pissed off. They either go. It's right fucking there. They're either going to. That's not it. What is that? They're either going to have to fire me, or they're going to have to figure out a way to let me have some time off, because I'll be damned if I work 12-hour shifts every day of the week. And I get absolutely nothing done. Can't bike ride, can't fly, can't fish, can't tennis, can't race, can't any fucking thing. All I basically want to do is get home, veg, and sleep, shower, and shit, and get the fuck out of Dodge. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so. I know, like, if I get Dalton, like, not being there, and I get Robert back in the swing of things and stuff like that, I mean, we could start right fucking now. Like, seriously, this could be it. This could be like, hey, this will be the last live in a while. The rest of the shit you're going to get recorded, because it's just the way it is. But see, without you there, because you were like, I mean, obviously we can ask everybody, and I could talk to Dalton directly. I can go see him and shit like that. But you were the one, like, I can bounce, and you've got the software and shit like that. Although Dalton apparently has some too. So maybe you, buddy, big guy, I could probably get with you too. But we could bounce the ideas off and get them going, and like we could see like the setup, get the setup right, then share the setup so that anybody can run the show with the exact same setup that everybody else has. You can't, yeah. And like a lot of people like to point out, Robert most especially, you can't live life like that, because that ain't living life. That's like, I mean, that's just wrong. I'll be damned if I'm going to have like no time to do anything that I actually enjoy. I mean, dude, it's not like I got another quarter I can put in when I end this life. I got to get the most out of this motherfucker. And it ain't working 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. Fuck that. I get all this stuff that I do, and I got all the stuff that I like to do, and like I ain't got a table built, I ain't got my workbench built, I ain't got my fire pit done, I ain't got my shed up. It's fucking ridiculous, man. Thing is, I got the gear for all of that. I just can't do any of it. I ain't got no damn time. I'm getting it though, because for some odd reason we're having 65-degree weather in the middle of fucking February. I'm sorry, the end of February, the beginning of March. But in Wisconsin, I know all of y'all listening, it's like 65, shit, that's cold. In Wisconsin, that's a goddamn heat wave. We're breaking records every day. Not today, it was 45. Yesterday, it was 23. But this weekend, it'll be in the 60s. which will set records for like that March 3rd and 4th in this. Or March 3rd is Saturday? Oh no, I'm looking at February. God, sorry. Yeah, I know, man. We need, like I said, we need to get down. Well, like, if you don't get the house though, is it going? We're still going to be expecting a time. It's going to be a time before you actually get on a show. I mean, you ain't gonna be you like. Remember we talked about last time. You still gonna be able to get us anything like You still be able to give us like a little update like you did back in the day, where like, here I'm driving to work. Let me fly this one plane in a parking lot. Dude, I love that video, man. Seriously, you in the car like, hey, it's Mark with NASA Systems. Remember, it's NASA Aerosystems, no? Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's fucking. How much you want to bet if I were to leave here, it'd snow like a bitch? How much you want to bet? I bet it would snow like a bitch. I bet I'm the only thing keeping the snow down. I bet I could stop it from snowing in Siberia. Or Greenland, for fuck's sake. I don't think Greenland's kind of like Antarctica. It never snows there. Want to blow people's minds, tell them that shit. You know it never snows in Antarctica? Barely ever. It barely ever snows in Antarctica. Whenever there's like any white flakes blowing around, it's basically just gusty winds and stuff like that blowing snow off the ground. There's hardly ever any weather systems there because it's the pole. It's kind of the same with the Arctic, except there's no landmass. Well, that's what I'm saying. You could do little short shot shits from the phone. You could do shorts, dude. I mean, I know you can't fly worth a dick, probably. Can you do any flying? Or are you still like incapacitated? You're still incapacitated, right? But I mean, if you could do something. Because I mean, dude, shorts are perfect for little updated blogs. I mean, if you got anything. I mean, even if you got ideas, you could just translate them out to a short. Which, I'm only saying that because that's what I was considering. Because I've been bad about it, but I got some ready in the pipe that I should actually be releasing, so. And I mean, you know, YouTube actually kind of prefers the phone. Like, it's set up for taking that shit more than it is for like putting them up and uploading them from your PC or some shit like that. So yeah, D, answering that, like we're talking about it, like I know we're transitioning back and forth, but this is the end more. Fanboys want to see, and everybody who's hyping it. It's not going to be in the American version. I really don't think it'll be in the Toho version, but the reason why is, of course, he's probably been with Biollante. Biollante, they're just fascinated with, especially the Japanese. The Oriental, it was a really cool construct and idea for a villain. It's never been done before and never been done since. Everybody else is some other form of monster that looks virtually identical, you know, in some way, shape, or form. But, like, Destroyer, though, like, again, even I'd be hard-pressed to tell you, like, yeah, he might have actually beat a normal Godzilla if it was in any other movie. If Godzilla wasn't in meltdown mode, he might have had his work cut out for him, and he might have had to gone off limping. Might have taken one in the L column there. That's what I mean. So I think that's why everybody's hyped about that one, for that one, if it were to happen. That's a bigger deal for that reason. He's a pretty potent foe. And again, also, thinking back to the roots, you know, like, the Oxygen Destroyer is what defeated the original, was the only thing they could think of on the spur of the moment to do it. And Destroyer was born of the Oxygen Destroyer. So, basically, it's like, his weapon is the one thing that killed Godzilla in the first place. And it's really hard to... Like, I'm pretty sure everybody knows the end result of the movie, but there's other aspects of the movie, and I'm trying actually not to give it away. But, like, again, you can kind of see what would happen if you watch the movie. So it begs the question. And yeah, I think that's why. And yeah, like I said, I mean, foe-wise, he's definitely top tier, and it'd be the one you'd probably want to see. Again, I kind of think he's too bulky for his own good. I kind of like the design. I mean, here's one that'll get you off your knob. Everybody, all the true fans like hate Godzilla's Revenge because it was mostly stock and it was really stupid. Like Minya shrunk down to a kid size and was able to talk. Then he got bigger size and was able to fight, but it taught the kid how to fight his bullies by learning from Godzilla and his kid. Kind of stupid. And yet, by the same token, these are the same people that think Godzilla versus Megalon is the epitome. And how is a giant dude in his undies and PJs any better than a talking Godzilla Jr.? I mean, for fuck's sake. It's got to be 18 times worse. God, I hate Megalon. That movie would be 10 times better if they take away the dude in his undies. Jesus Christ. So stupid. Even as a kid, I hated it. Because the one thing that made it cool and as a kid kind of made it scary was the fact, like when you're a kid and you see that, you think like there just maybe your imagination runs wild. You have a nightmare and you think this could be real. But then a dude that's as tall as your monsters blows it out of the water. It blows it out of the water. All of your innocence is lost. Because it's like, oh, look, a guy as tall as my monster. It's bullshit. I will forever hate it for that reason. Like, they have that series, Ultraman. And Godzilla's been on it. At least the Godzilla suits have. And everybody all goes bonkers. Oh, Ultraman. I hate that shit. I don't want to see any looking dude that's supposed to be as tall as my 20-story, 40-story, 80-story monster. You're not supposed to be that fucking big. You're taking it away. God. Oh, it drives me nuts. Anywho, that's the rant on the rant. This is just to add more. This is the rant. Paper flight and rant. I'm not doing that shit. But like, yeah, that's why I can't stand shit like that. It ruined my childhood. It's ruined my adulthood. I'll never get with that. It just drives me bonkers. That is definitely my most hated of them. If they took that stupid PJ wearing motherfucker out of there, I'd like it a lot better. A lot better. Because Megalon Megalon and Gigan are two of the dopiest opponents he's ever had. Like, okay, what I was getting with that was like, as far as opponents' designs goes, I mean, everybody hates on Godzilla's Revenge and Rant. Yeah, like you ain't done this. It's my turn, homie. Everybody hates the movie, but I liked Gabra. The design for Gabra was cool. He didn't even have a tail, so he really could have whooped some ass. I think if you'd have used him right, if you'd have brought him into another Godzilla versus Gabra, yeah, I think he could have been hot. Titanosaurus, too, same thing. Like anything that looks like it could possibly been a real opponent. Gigan is... King Ghidorah is cool, but he needs arms. If you ever take a real look at him and then see he doesn't have arms, you're like, how does he keep him falling flat on his face most of the time? It's something you can't unsee. If you look at it and say, like, feet, wings, three heads, but no arms? What? Yeah. I mean, when you really take a step back and look at him, you're like, that thing's fucking dopey. But, like, yeah, some of the realistic looking ones. Well, no. That's why I said, like, my favorites are the ones where he's solo. My favorite movies of him, Shin, 54, 84. And I have to admit, -1. -1's pretty good. That's why I said, just keep rebooting the original. Don't do any other movies. Just give it to another director and say, tell me what you can do with this. That's what they should do. Rotate it through every director, every writer, and just like, what's your take on this? Because the verses are stupid. It just gets worse. Even the monster verse is like, okay, seriously? Don't get me wrong. Some battles are really... Actually, no. Because since most of them were doing two guys in a suit and they had to worry about slowing it down, speeding it up, and like you get too much building destruction, you almost have to CGI it. You can't do dudes in a suit. And if you do, it starts like... Yeah, it's going to have to be at night in the rain to mask up all the wires and all the fakeness that it is. Yeah, so, you know. But yeah, my favorites are all the ones where he doesn't have an opponent, basically. Or at least he's just really cool. Like I love the high seat look. the ones from 84 to 95, 84 to 94. He looked really good. That's about as best as he looked, besides Shin. And Shin gets no love because fanboys were like 5 years old apparently when it came out, and they said like, oh, it's just so. I mean, I like that movie because my imagination lets me say like this could really happen because this is how it would happen. Yeah, there's a lot of human bullshit in there, but his design just trumps his power, his design, his weaponry in that one just trumps everything. But then 5-year-olds are so disappointed, like, what'd you give him the Google eyes for? Yeah, because you never heard of mutation. Like, he's a mutant anyway. You can't see past that crap. You can't see like how he would progress from one thing to another. So you just focus on one thing that looks dopey and you can't get rid of it. You can't unsee it. Forget the fact that he turned out to be the single most baddest ass Godzilla ever put to film. But it goes deeper than MIB. Zilla's faced the Hulk, Zilla's faced Superman, and beat both of them. I mean, dude, the comics. There's a really strong take I have on certain things, and like, gee, imagine that. There's a strong take everybody takes on things, but like Star Wars fanboys and Lord of the Rings fanboys and Lego fanboy, all that bullshit. Godzilla's the same way. It's like, you guys can write your fanboy literature, make your fanboy TV movies and all that shit, but really you're just fanboys. There's one creator who's one idea with a group of individuals, and in Godzilla's case, they're all dead. But it's the vision of one dude. Star Wars, the vision of one dude. It's his world. Y'all are just living in it. So that's what I'm saying is like, you can scream to you blue in the face about how he ruined it, but if he didn't make it, you wouldn't have it. And fanboys just forget the shit out of that. Then they actually get all giddy and fangasmy when they actually get, oh my God. You're absolutely right when you say the 98 Godzilla with Matthew Broderick that Sony had. Yeah, he should face Cinder, because Cinder would probably, woo, yeah. I got a bottle. I got a bottle. That's Coke de Mexico, so it's the real thing. Oh my God, that was actually the commercial from like back in the 1700s, wasn't it? It's the real thing. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, fanboys just forget that shit, and then they say like, "Ooh, check out this book or check out this comics," and like, that's not it. All of you fuckers that scroll through like cartoons and comics and books and other movies, like, that ain't real shit. Did dude write that shit? No. My thing is like, if it started as the media, like if you wrote the book adapted to a movie, then and it was true to the book, then the book and the movie is canon, and anything that the dude creates is that. But if some other fucking dude steps in and makes his take on it, that ain't canon. That's somebody else's take on it. Comics, that's somebody's take on it. Godzilla didn't face Superman. That's why it's in the comics. That's bullshit. No, it's not canon. And I was like, I don't give a crap. They used to have that commercial for powdery stuff, white powdery stuff, red sparkly stuff, white powdery stuff. We really need to play red sparkly stuff again, man. Seriously, I got an itching to play that now. Like, all of a sudden, that just hit me. Like, when's the last time we did that? Oh, we need to play some kart, too. Let's see if I get John on here. Dude, are you down? Hey, Dalton, you reading this? I got to get John up. Are you down? Y'all want to try to play a 4-way kart match? We can do it. We could play 4-way kart. Any of them. Double Dash, 64, Super. Like, we could 4-way kart, bro. Oh my God. 4-way red sparkly stuff. There'll be blue, green, yellow sparkly stuff. Yeah, buddy. You will die. Anyway, Dalton, I hope through this mix of shit that you actually picked up what we were jiving about there. So I didn't mean like tomorrow, brah. We'd have to plan. I mean, seriously, we'd have to plan. God, don't be a girl about this, man. What I say does not mean let's set it up 48 hours from now. This is going to take time. Even if we was kids, it would still take time. Granted, it might take a weekend, so it probably, but it would take time. But yeah, dude, we need to get to that hookup. I know we could have done Rocket League about the same kind of thing, right? But I'm telling you what, without a red shell or a banana peel, I'm really not that interested, man. I need a red shell and a banana peel to get me going. Yeah, so Dalton, I hope that I'm serious. I hope that kind of clarifies. I mean, we can talk it some more if you want, but that's the main reason is why he's a big badass opponent. Probably his biggest baddest ass opponent, comprised of weaponry that defeated him outright, and obviously could do so again, but it's kind of a big what if because he was in meltdown mode, so he was already souped up more than he would have been. So would he have lost had he not been that way? Question for the ages, which we will never know, even if there is another take on it, because it wasn't that one. So. What, 74? I can't wait till I'm like 140 years old, man. Shit. You best come on, man. You gotta get your shit straight so we can do something, bro. Damn, this is worse than Soviet, man. Yeah. You're putting it to us, bro. Putting it to us. I need to go launch some weapons and destroy some shit. I mean, what happened to my backup? I need my backup. Somebody needs to be cameraing. Oh, fuck. Oh, by the way, happy leap year day for the rest of you that ain't in leap year. We're about to head out. The extra day of the year, about to be in March. March is a big month for, well, most of you, it's not my family, but yeah. I know. You were just cumulatively gathering up all this stuff. That's redundant, but still, you're just trying to get all the shit that can make it worse for us. So you need to make it better. We could be in the world, man. Get back to life. Get back to something you enjoy. I assume we enjoy doing this shit. So, like I said, I like to fly. It just takes me away. Man, if I could fly while I was on my bike, I'd really be. What I really want to do is play tennis because I need some activity too. Feel like a goddamn slug. My new job, I'm sitting like I went from a place where I was almost always on my feet to a place where I'm always sitting down now. And like I ain't gained weight or anything like that. I just feel like a chud because all I do is sit down all day long. And I've never been that way. I like moving. That's cool, man. That's cool. Just get yourself right, bro, so we can be doing stuff. I mean, again, like it would just help if you could get in on the show. It's like I said, because I could bounce ideas off you. Like I need Dalton, I need you, I need the brothers to like okay, what do you think of this? And like you can try it out, and then like okay, tweak this, and you know what I mean? I don't have that. It's kind of one of the reasons why our channel has been halfway silent. Like, I mean, I was only semi-kidding when I said, like, I'm not bringing in out any how-to-builds until you guys get back on board. But, I mean, it's kind of the way I feel because I want to make sure everybody's, like we're producing. We're making videos. We're pumping them out. That way it's like I put out mine, Dalton puts out one of his, and John puts out one of his, and Ben, and like everybody just rolls through, But yeah, D, I hope, like I said, I hope that answers your question. If you got more comment on it, text me, let me know, or we could talk some more on it. I'll do another show. Fuck it, I don't give a crap. But yeah, I promise I'll switch out the characters and get 4 more different Godzillas next time. Yeah, I've got enough. I don't have any of his opponents, but I've got Godzillas. He's my thing. He's been my thing since I was a kid. So everybody's got their thing. Y'all thought on the show was paper airplanes, but no, it's Godzilla show time. I might change the what do you call it? Here we go again. The cut sheet, the cut screen again. So like it acknowledges the fact that we talking Godzilla. Shall be, yeah. No, but anyway, yeah, it'd be cool if we can, like I said, at least get back to some semblance, or just like, ain't got to hear you, but it helps, So, hell, they don't even got to see you really, but I mean, if we're building, do you have the, you got enough wrist and finger power? Do you have the dexterity to build any, or is that still like we gotta wait for that? I mean, we waited, but it ain't getting any better. It ain't getting any easier, my friend. Nothing's cranked out of the NAS Aero and KIA. Well, KIA's actually put out a couple, but So hey, look, yo, okay, guys. I want to thank the people that come out here and do what is right and do what is good and do what is us. My friend Mark. Yeah, good to see you back up there. Good to see you popping in. I know you've actually been really good about it. So, okay, so you need help in the dexterity situation then a little bit. Damn. Hurry up and get yourself fixed, bro. Hurry up and get yourself fixed so we can. Yeah, I know. Well, hey, if you do that shit and you feel straight, like I'll come down there with pop some tennis. How about that? I promise to go easy on you. I'll even bring you a racket. I'll bring you a good racket. I'll bring you something that you can swing and get some power off of. I won't bring you like no piddly. Yeah, here's a $20 pre-strung. You're going to have to whack it like a golf club to get it go anywhere. No, I'll give you something good. Now, we're not talking racquetball. We're talking tennis. You ain't need a free fucking wrist. Yeah, bro. So, I got to get back out there and play some tennis, man. Tennis is my shit. Like, Godzilla's one of my shits. Paper Airplane's one of my shits. Tennis is my other ones. Like, yeah. Like, there was a decade where I played tennis at least 3 times a week. No kidding. About 3 days a week, 2 or 3 days a week for almost a solid decade, I played tennis. I know, man. Yeah, I know. Dude, that decade I was talking about happened in South Carolina. I know that's also one of the reasons why of that decade that we played constant tennis, like maybe 5 matches were played when the sun was in the sky. All the rest, it was dark. That was so much I made the joke about the fact that, like, I can't play tennis when there's sun in the sky because I'm just not used to when the sky is blue, I can't do it. It's got to be black. I don't know if that's true anymore since I ain't played in so fucking long. I mean, I've hit a ball, not competitively. You know how hard it is to set up some people that, like, hey, do you want to start a little tennis club? You can start all kinds of fucking clubs. You talk about stoner golf, otherwise known as frisbee golf, which doesn't exist really. Like, just get a life. Stop being stupid. Doritos, Locos, Tacos, motherfuckers. Y'all just high and playing and shit. Hey, it's a good idea. We should probably do this. Yeah. It ain't for real. And not any more than kick baseball is for real, dude. Or frisbee baseball. I know that's real because I invented that shit. When I was like 12. Let me get that out there now before somebody takes that idea and runs with it. I've had it for longer than you have. Trust me. Anywho. All right, peeps. Look, killing it in an hour because I'm literally trying to like show this up. I thought about this also, Mark. One last thing too is like, you know what? 1 hour per person on the show. So if we're live, me, you, and Dalton, it's a 3-hour show. Me and you, me and Dalton, me and anybody else, 2-hour show. But I'm the only one. It's 1 hour. It's kind of gibberish. I'm just saying, like, you know how we talked about, like, people, like, we have the attention span of fleas? Yeah. So I just thought that was a pretty good precedent. But anyway, so we talked Godzilla. Hopefully that was enough. Like I said, D, if you heard that, get us some more. Mark, thanks for stopping in, bro. Yeah, I know. It sounded like a good idea, right? But it probably wasn't. I don't know. We'll see if we have some stick to itiveness. Quill, my Hatro came out. Pretty good, pretty giant play when it comes to that. She's pretty hot. 2005, 20-year-old plane right there. Yeah. Hey, how you guys liking that, by the way? Now that y'all finally been established members and know what you're coding, y'all got some 20-year-old planes, don't you? Well, maybe not, but you're damn close. Kind of feel good. You got at least 20-year-old designs still flying. Kind of hot, isn't it? It's kind of hot, man. When you get into that stage, it ain't no joke. Look at this one. Look at this one. April 21, 04. That's April 21, 2004. So, there you go. 2 months. Should be 20 years old. 20 years old. Unfortunately, a lot of my planes. Well, no, I shouldn't say a lot of my planes, but there's quite a few that are in that nook. So I think that's the most funnest part. That's why coding them. I'm gonna get back to that a little bit. That's why coding them is so fun. As you know, when you got a 20-year-old aircraft, you're like, damn, I got a 20-year-old aircraft. For paper, that's ridiculous. So I ain't even gonna talk to you about them ones that you know about back there that are 40 years old. Holy shit, they're getting up there. They really are getting up there, ain't they? Damn. I know y'all keep seeing it, but October 9, 1990? 1990? Yeah, hold on, I'll show you. There she is. Yeah, dude. 34 years old. 34 years old. Think about it. If that plane was in a real military, only the B-52 would be older than that bitch. Or KC-135. Nobody fields planes that old. Anyway, guys. Dude, anyway, Mark, love you, bro. Thanks for coming out, man. Miss you. Hopefully you'll get back on there. Dalton, get with me on the rest of it. I hope I answered some questions. If not, we'll rant some more next show. The rest of you guys, appreciate you. Get with us. We're back. We're live. We're happening. But for the meantime, y'all know the drill.